Charlie Dixon was an educator here in Marion County Public Schools, and he was an advocator of music and arts education specifically. He was also an Optimist Club member, and he supported not only education, but education of the whole child, and really felt it very important to celebrate music and arts education and what it does for the students.
Research proves that there is a strong correlation between exposure to music and student academic success. My father, a high school and middle school science teacher, not music teacher, and a lifelong educator, recognized this correlation early on and supported strong music programs at all school levels.
In 2014, Marion County voters passed a referendum to fully fund music, arts, and physical education in our public schools. Our music educators do an outstanding job of teaching our talented students, and one of the events to highlight the fruits of their collective labors is the Charlie Dixon Memorial Elementary Music Festival.
The Marion County Music Association, which is made up of music educators here in Marion County, 9 years ago in 2009 decided to name it specifically after Charlie Dixon, after many years of not having the festival and then having it, but having it in different ways. And we decided specifically to name it after him in 2009 because of his music and arts education advocacy, and what he did for support of music and arts education. He was very supportive of secondary music and art bands program, had a lot to do with starting the marching band festivals as well throughout our county, and always wanted to then start elementary programs as well, and just never had the opportunity to do that in his lifetime. So we felt that it would be a great way to honor him and everything he did towards music education by giving him that last thing named after him. The Charlie Dixon Elementary Music Festival is our Marion County Music Festival for our elementary schools here in Marion County Public Schools. And it's any elementary school that wants to be a part of it may join, and it's usually about 80–75% of our elementary schools. It's usually about 25–26 of them. And we come and we bring what we do best. So every elementary music educator, because we teach general music, tends to have something that they teach a little bit better, maybe necessarily than the other elementary music teacher at another school right next to them. So some of us are instrumentalists and do much better with instrumental music at that elementary age. Some of us are singers and do better with this singing component. Some of us like to do all of the above and do better with an overall show. So we basically just come and do what we do best. And we do that in pairs only because we don't want our concert to be 10 hours long. So every school pairs with another school and we perform one song of what we love to do. And then at the very end, all the schools come up, and it's somewhere around every year 700 students that perform 2 songs at the end. Singing with 700 other students on stage in those last 2 final songs of the festival, that's something that those students may never experience again in their lifetime, making music with 700 people at once. And that's something that we love to give them, that opportunity, and it's something that we're so grateful to be able to do again now with that one mill referendum. It's something that we as elementary music educators feel is so important because it gives us the opportunity to show our elementary students to Marion County and show them what they can do, because elementary can do so much.
This was just unbelievable. It was nothing I ever thought of or expected, and to see all these students and my friends and my fellow veterans, it was just amazing. Something I don't think I deserve, but I accept it and I'm proud of it.
The latest school to dedicate a parking space to Purple Heart recipients is one of the most appropriate.
Liberty Middle School was built off the foundation that our freedom meant more to this community than anything else. Freedom Public Library right down the road, Liberty Middle School, all those names joined together. Our faculty and staff is really what propelled it. I jokingly mentioned a flyover. I had no idea that my staff was going to make that happen. I walked out of a faculty meeting to take a phone call. I walked back in. They had come up with the money. They had come up with the plan, so it was really awesome. Our students are great. They wanted to be a big part of this, and they just wanted to show the veterans how much we appreciate them.
Last week's dedication ceremony was attended by the entire student body.
All 1,300 of our students, we just thought it was an opportunity to show our veterans in our community how thankful we are to them, and why should just, a couple hundred kids get to? Let's let everybody.
The school's efforts were not lost on the Vietnam veteran chosen to represent nearly 2 million Purple Heart recipients.
They put in a tremendous amount of effort. How they pulled it all together and in my honor and the Purple Heart veterans, it's just unbelievable.
There are now 22 parking spaces throughout the district dedicated, ironically, to a group of people, most of whom can never use them.
I think it's a great honor, and unfortunately, as they said, most of the Purple Heart veterans would never be able to use it because they received the award posthumously because they didn't survive. I was one of the lucky ones. I've survived, and I'm glad to represent the Purple Heart veterans.
Well, this is the third year we've done this. The whole intent and purpose of the Expo is for our middle and high school students to begin engaging with employers, and our goal is to basically have them learn of the industries that are in Marion County, while at the same time engaging with the employers, talking about soft skills, learning what the employers' expectations are. What we anticipate, this is these students are our business's future workforce, and what we're trying to do is get them prepared, let them know what opportunities are here in Marion County, let our employers start engaging and trying to help recruit future talent for their businesses. At the same time, sharing with the students about the educational opportunities that support the businesses. It's the fact that we have our vocational schools, our colleges here. It helps them learn of the opportunities in those training programs that help support these businesses.
I came to the Expo because I've never really knew what I wanted to do when I graduated. Like, I have a general idea of what I want to do, but I don't have a specific area that I want to join, like when I graduate. So I thought by coming here, there's a lot of options that I could see, and it would just let me focus in on one thing that I seem interested in and want to pursue in my career. I like a lot of hands-on kind of stuff, so the stuff like fire rescue and the Air Force, and something to do with like medical also, because I've always been interested in that, and engineering because I'm more of a math science kind of gal, so yeah, stuff like that, just hands-on.
So we're focusing on healthcare, information technology, manufacturing, transportation logistics, as well as professional services and public services. All those have a lot of growth opportunities. These businesses are looking for talent, and that's why they're here. They know that they need to start recruiting today for their future talent. It is a very tough market right now, and they're struggling to find talent today. So trying to engage early on and planting the seed with those kids that my company is here in Marion County gets them one step closer for recruiting down the road. And they're willing to train on the job. So some of these kids may go on to vocational training, some of them may go on to college, but there's a few that will not. So the fact that some of them are graduating and going to some CTE programs at the schools help prepare them to walk out of high school potentially with certain companies like that, those companies there. And it's a good time to engage them. Like I said, the employers are learning what the kids want. They're asking them questions too. They're learning what the kids' expectations are as well.